Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Barbados. Well done on taking some time out for yourself, some time to break and breathe with Barbados. We are so happy you could join us. My name is Chantel Selman, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a plant-based food demonstration in wonderful, stunning surroundings, Andromeda Botanical Gardens. Our plant-based cuisine is all about incorporating locally grown food that is very nutritious, and it is a diet that will be really good at helping your body, mind, and spirit. So just sit back and relax and enjoy this break and breathe with Barbados. Okay, welcome back. My name is Chantel and I'm coming to you from beautiful Barbados, and I'm going to do a cooling salad for you today. This salad is made up of watermelon, avocado, beautiful cucumbers, some coconut jelly, and some sprouts. So we're going to put it all together so that you can see how we make a wonderful cooling salad. So I diced up some watermelon. And now we're going to put in some of the other ingredients. We have some wonderful avocado here. Avocados come into season usually later in the year. Very good fats. Very rounding for the taste of this salad. So we're going to dice them so everything is about the same size. And I'm using a whole avocado here. This is 1/4 of a medium watermelon. And then we're going to put a little citrus to it just to keep everything from oxidizing. You don't want your avocados to be turning dark. And you only need about 1/2 of an orange or maybe a lemon or ripe lime to keep that oxidation from happening. And then I like to add some local cucumbers. This particular salad is very hydrating. It is very cooling to your system, and you just want to make everything in nice bite-sized pieces so it's easier to manage. Okay, and we're going to add a few sprouts. Now the sprouts that I'm in love with is some sunflower sprouts. These come from a beautiful sprouting company here on the island who does some wonderful different kinds of sprouts. So we got sunflower is a nice big one. We get the smaller ones like broccoli sprouts or alfalfa sprouts. Those are really cool as well. We're going to add in a few more ingredients. We're going to do a bit of tomato. Tomato and the watermelon is high in lycopene, really good antioxidant for you. And you see in this particular case I also left in some of those watermelon seeds, which are really good for your urinary tract. Remember, this is all about food medicine, so this is a really good way of putting more nutrients into your system that are medicinal and really good for you. Lots of vitamin C here. Add a little bit of orange juice. And last thing we're going to add is a little bit of coconut jelly. So the coconut goes through different stages. You have dry coconut, and this stage we call coconut jelly, where it's still kind of soft and pliable, and you can use it. It has a nice, very subtle flavor of coconut, very fragrant, and I like the colors so they pop, but it's a very good fat, so it complements the avocado that's in this dish as well. So this cooling salad is something that you can add a little bit salt to it just to make it pop. And a little oil. The oil is actually to lubricate everything so they congeal together well, and it makes it easier for it to move around and mix well. But you only add in like a little teaspoon of that. All right, so we have our salad finished, and we're gonna add some to our bowl here. So we're gonna plate this. So we're gonna put a few more sprouts just to garnish the top. So we have our nice cooling salad. So this is one of the first dishes, and we're gonna move on to the next one. We're back with another dish. This is curry plantain. We're going to be marinating a wonderful plantain with some curry powder and some goji berries. It's a very yummy dish. So this is something that you can try at home. Plantains are a little sweeter than a banana. Kind of a fruitier taste to it. So make sure that the plantain is ripe but firm. And then you can cut it either in coins or you can cut it at a diagonal. We usually do a lot of fried plantain or steamed plantain, and this is another way of doing it where you're getting all the nourishment in the plantain. It's alive, it's fresh, it has all the enzyme and nutrients you need, and it tastes really good as well. But the whole point of eating more live plant-based foods is to get a lot more of that nourishment in your foods. Okay, so everything we're doing today is plant-based, but it's also living, fresh, and plant-based. So the first thing we're going to do is add a little bit of curry powder. Okay, this is two plantains I use, so we're going to use about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half. It depends on the curry that you use, but if you do a Madras curry, which is quite strong, you only need about a teaspoon or so. And then you're going to add a little bit of fresh orange juice. You don't need a lot, so a half of an orange, especially if it's really juicy, is quite enough. There you go. And then you're gonna add a little bit of olive oil or coconut oil to that dish, about a tablespoon. And then I don't know if you've ever heard of goji berries or wolf berries, but these are very high antioxidants, very good for your eyes, and these are something that once you have marinated this, they really make the dish pop. You can add black sesame seeds, is one of my other favorites to add to this dish, or poppy seeds. And then we'll be plating this dish when we finish our rice dish, and we'll be putting it all together for you. So we're going to just let this sit and marinate, and then we'll get back to this when we plate everything. So we're back, and we're going to be doing a nice little rice dish. Bajan's love their rice here, cheese on bread, but you gotta do a wild rice if you really want to get a living rice, because regular rice, you gotta cook it. So wild rice is something that you can bloom, so you put it in warm water overnight and it opens up beautifully all by itself, and all the nutrients are in it. This is a proteinaceous rice, so it's not really normal starchy rice, but it has the look of rice. And it's not black rice. Wild rice is an indigenous rice to North America. And this rice, we're going to add some other wonderful wild ingredients to help it along. Dandelion being one of them. Some zucchini, We're going to add a bit of freshly grown cashews from right here on the east of the island, and some dried coconut, freshly dried coconut. So it's going to really pump up the flavors. So we're going to start with the zucchini, and we're just going to cut off some of this zucchini. You don't want it too small. I like to be able to see the things within my foods so I can identify them. So I'm going to put a bit of zucchini in here. And then we're going to add our dandelion. Now, dandelion is extremely good in terms of cleaning your blood. It is an antioxidant. It really helps with blood pressure. So I picked this fresh this morning, and we're going to just take this and add this in. But if you don't have dandelion, you can use a different green. You can use celery. I like using cilantro. I like using shadow benny, which is also a herb that grows on the island that is really popular, and it has the taste of cilantro. So it's something that you can use as well. So we got some of our ingredients set up. We're going to add a few more. A little coconut here. We're going to use about 1.5 cups of the coconut. And this was actually 1.5 cups of rice. And that rice, once you bloom it, it also swells a bit. So it's a little bit more than when you started. So you don't have to do it in terms of your portioning. Okay, I have 4 people that I'm doing this for. I need to do 4 cups. You're going to have way too much rice. So about half the amount will be, so about 2 cups of rice for four people that you're doing. And then you have to remember, it depends on how many other ingredients you're adding in, because that adds to the, or rounds out the quantity of the rice. Okay, so we're getting there. All right, we're going to put in some cashews. Now, I took the cashews. This is nice raw cashews. Cashews grow on the eastern part of the island here, and we are using fresh cashew nuts, not the berry itself. And what I did is I powdered it down, but this gives that creaminess that you want to your rice. And to melt everything together, I use a little bit of coconut oil here, just a little bit. And once we get these flavors meshed together in a nice synergy, then we can do our plating and put everything together for you so you can see how yummy these dishes are together. We're going to add a little more orange juice in here. It's funny because the theme is we add a little orange juice into most of our dishes today. That just helps to round out the flavors. But if you don't have oranges, you can use lemon, like I said. But in this particular case, orange juice tastes really good in this particular one. And you want to add a little pinch of salt. This is pink Himalayan salt with all 92 of the minerals in it. So you're getting those trace minerals in your dish. Remember, your food is medicine, so you want to make it as medicinal as possible. And plant-based. Just want to crush out some of this cashews so it mixes in well. Give that nice flavor. But once you do that, you have a wonderful dish now that you can marry this. We're going to marry this with, when we start our plating, we're going to be marrying this with a bit of portobello ribs. So I took some portobello mushrooms and I marinated them with little paprika and garlic and rosemary. And I put them in the dehydrator for about an hour. So those are going to be the first things on our plate, and that will complement this rice, because we do usually have our rice and our salads as well as our meat dish, but we're doing it all plant-based. So you'll see us put it together in a very beautiful way in a minute. Okay, so we're back and we're just going to put everything together now to make it look lovely on the plate, nice and appetizing for you. So what I want to do is I just want to add a little more avocado to your dish, since this is really nice and good mouthfeel to get this started. but we're going to take this and use the half of the avocado without cutting it anymore. We're going to take our time and peel off the outside skin. Just a little bit more to go. There we go. Once we get that done, just slice it thin and just create a little nice little barrier across the front of our plate. Take your time. All right, so we're just going to clean up our plate a little bit before we start plating the rice and the curry plantain. But got a nice shot here of some wonderful avocado. We're gonna put a little rice with it, and we're gonna put our curry plantain. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of our wild rice to the plate. This wild rice is extremely nutritious. You don't need a lot of it. All right, so we're gonna fill this in right here, make it look nice. Then we're gonna add some slices of our plantain that has been marinated here on the side. And once we get this done, then you add a little more of those goji berries. Make everything pop nicely. Just make the plating a little more interesting. You want to make it as appetizing as possible so that you really enjoy your relaxation and breathing with Barbados. So this is our finished dish. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you're feeling relaxed and recharged. Team Barbados thanks you for all the hard work you've done over the past year, reminding you to continue to break and breathe and take the time to take care of your mind, body, and spirit. We hope to welcome you to Barbados soon.